What's going on, all you gamers? Today we're back with some more of the Diofield Chronicle. I'm going to be showing you a character today that I think you should fully invest in because he kind of breaks the game, but in a good way. If you want to do a lot of damage, have a lot of fun, and just absolutely smash your enemies to pieces, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back everybody. Today we're going over some Diofield Chronicle and I'm going to show you a character that you will be able to get your hands on very easily, and one that you should fully invest in because he's the most powerful character in the game. Along with a few skills, along with a few buffs, this guy can absolutely tear things to pieces. Now the character in question is none other than the one staring you right in the face, the one you use most of the way through the game, Andreas.
Hey, how you doing?
This guy is just ridiculously broken at the moment. I don't know if they'll change things. I think it's intended. I think he's supposed to be your central unit that dishes out a lot of damage, you have a lot of fun with, and it does make the game very fun, although a little bit on the easy side, but I actually prefer it this way because I like to see big numbers on my screen. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck on a little bit of footage, show you what he's all about. Don't worry about the numbers because they'll be slightly higher or lower, they'll be at different stages of when I was playing the game, but even there, I'm only 3/4 of the way through. I can still level up a bit, I can still get better weapons, better gear for this character, and at the moment he hits just ridiculously good numbers. So I'll show you what he does and then afterwards I'll explain why. Right, so hopefully from that you can see this unit is just far and above hitting what he should, and way above all of the rest by an absolute mile. The reason for that is one skill he's got, you can put on a few other units, but this guy's from the start and he's pretty much your best character for damage. So going over to his skill tree, obviously he's this class right here, the soldier class. You're going to want to just bop this up as much as possible as you're journeying through the game, and that's your assassination skill. This does so much damage, it really does, because it's a multi-hit, because you're supposed to be using it from behind. You're going to get the ambush, then you're going to get crit if you've sorted your crit out, and the amount of damage you do with this is just ridiculous. Also, the extra that you get with it, deal damage to an enemy, the cooldown is reduced to 0 if the finishing blow is delivered. Basically, if you get a kill with this move, you can use it over and over again as long as you've got enough EP in order to keep using it. You also get reduced EP with this. This definitely is a lot of fun and kind of game breaking, but in a good way. So level 1 increases damage by 30% during cooldown, reduces EP cost by 20%, which is great, and the third best one is increased skill damage by 50%, meaning you hit so hard, as you saw in that previous footage. Now, like I said, my character isn't fully maxed out. He has got some nice gear about himself, but what you want to spec into is as high damage as possible. Nice attack is amazing, but also your technique. As much technique as possible really helps this guy out. Luck helps as well because it helps with your crit chance and such, but technique supersedes pretty much everything. Technique and attack is going to be your bread and butter, so try and get all of these as high as possible. If you can get high attack, high technique and high luck, you should be absolutely laughing. If we go over to his abilities, nice and easy again. You're going to want to top this one out. Insult to injury, 30% damage, increased to targets with status effects. Make sure your targets have status effects before you go in, otherwise you're not getting the most from this character. Just up from here as well, technique boost level 4, you can get it to level 5. Like I said, I am not maxed out. I've still got quite a few bits to put into this character and some of the others in order to get the best damage, but as you saw, it didn't matter too much. These two are the only two you actually need to worry about investing in. Reason for that, a lot of his don't actually make sense if you're going with that assassination build. So reduces cooldown, never going to need it. Just over here, that's not bad. Sharpshooter, 1.2 damage to that unit type, but it's not something you're going to spend 10 on straight away. Increases evasion by 5%, no. Increase attack speed by 10%, doesn't matter because you're just going to be using his skills as much as possible. Increase attack speed by 10% again, and increase attack speed. Basically, this is if you want to make him into an auto attacker. All of that works out amazing, but we don't. We just want this and this so you can level it up really early on, because you can invest in it probably before a lot of other things where you don't have to spread them out as much. Also, his main one, Assassin Secret Technique, reduces cooldown time by 1 second upon successful ambush attack. Again, just absolutely awful, but it is good if you're not actually getting the kill on something, so that does mean it helps you out a little bit. But all in all, considering how many kind of wasted points are in this character for what we're using him for, he's just ridiculously broken, and it means that if you do want to start investing into him heavily late game, then even if you don't get the kill with your assassination, you're gonna do some crazy damage with your auto attacks anyway, finishing them off. So that's quite fun to see as well. Now, I will be bringing out a complete guide as soon as I've worked out every aspect on a perfect team in order to get the best from him and everyone around you. But ultimately, these are the buffs on the right hand side that you'll be looking at in order to help you out to get the most damage about yourself in every situation. But yeah, hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and like I said, spec into this guy. He's an absolute monster, and I haven't got every character yet, so there might be one that slightly beats him at late game, but I doubt it very much unless there's another character exactly the same as this that is able to dish out a little bit more damage with assassination. But as always, gamers, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.